Hi and welcome to Diwali, Festival of Light. I'm your host, Jackie Van Dinther. Well, in the next half hour, we're going to give you everything that has to do with Diwali, whether you have questions about what it is or looking to learn a little more, everything from cooking to henna to Rangoli. Yes, I know you're asking what is that, we're going to tell you. We're going to talk to some amazing people in the Hamilton community, and Vishwajit is one of them. He's here with me today. You're going to help us uncover what Diwali is all about. For those of us who don't know, what is the celebration all about?
Diwali is a festival of light, and it is celebrated by almost every Indian in different ways. And like Hindus, they celebrate the welcoming of Lord Rama after his exile from the forest. Jains, they celebrate the attainment of Nirvana by Lord Mahaviraji. And then Sikhs celebrate the freedom of Guru Har Gobind Singh Ji. So every Indian has their own reason and celebrate Diwali.
Okay. And this is a time for family as well. I've heard someone refer to Diwali as Christmas time for the South Asian culture.
It is. It is a Christmas time for South Asian culture, and it is giving and sharing sweets with your family people and your friends, and also visiting everybody. And it is beyond imagination to describe as to how this festival is celebrated, because you have to actually go through this festival to actually understand what Diwali is.
Right. There's a lot to the process. Yeah. It's a big party.
Yes,
and we're gonna experience some of that party here today. So Vishwajit, thank you.
You're welcome.
We're going to start off with a segment on henna, taking a look at some of the beautiful handwork. So what you're looking at there is henna. Handwork, or handy artwork, I should say, being done on our lovely model Sarita, and Pooja is the one behind the pen. Now, as I understand, Pooja, the henna is done at any celebration, not just Diwali.
Yeah, it's considered auspicious for all South Asian religions and cultures. So at weddings, at Hindu festivals, Muslim festivals, Sikh festivals, they do henna.
It's beautiful. What is the henna actually made of?
It's actually made from, it's organic, so it's made from leaves, I believe.
Yeah, because that stuff has to be safe, because it's on your skin for a fairly long time to let it dry, right?
Yes.
And what are you putting on Sarita's hand here? What kind of design are you doing?
So it's kind of a mix. It has some traditional Indian elements to it, and it also has the Arabic flowers on it. Arabic mehndi is pretty popular now. It's henna mehndi. So it's kind of a mix between both, and what I'm doing is I'm just highlighting it with some glitter, which is popular as well.
Now, did you take a course to do this, or is it just sort of freehanding when it comes to the art on the hand?
Pretty much freehand, just, looking at designs online and then remembering stuff and putting it together.
So you're saying I can do it too, then?
Maybe, yeah.
It may not look as pretty as that.
As long as you can have a steady hand, it's pretty simple.
So henna is definitely an important part of the South Asian culture. I mean, all the ladies behind us here have it as well. Maybe you can put your hands up real quick, just to show. No, we've got some here. Indu's got some.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe just show quickly, just the camera. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Well, Pooja, this is great. We've got more artwork to explore, this time on the floor, though, with Rangoli, so don't go anywhere. We'll have that coming up next. Well, yeah, it is beautiful indeed, and it's called Rangoli. It's a type of floor artwork that is commonly seen throughout the celebration of Diwali. I have Monica with me, and Monica's going to take me through this here. So why would you make something like this during Diwali?
Just like you said, it is a floor decoration just to make the house look nice. People even do it on the porch of their home. And it is done all over South Asia during festivals to welcome guests, new guests. It's supposed to be auspicious. And we use different kinds of elements in them. I have used lentils and 2 different kinds of lentils and rice.
And that's what we've got here in these bowls. You've used these things right here.
Yes,
okay.
one is orange for the bright colors, and the rice, because it's white and it's not going to quite show very well on a white board, I have colored the rice, which is also becoming a trend these days to color different grains to bring up more colors. So I have done in a symmetrical pattern, sort of, but in India they also use more intricate designs, more traditional designs. This is just to show that it can be done easily by anybody.
It's beautiful. It
Thank
really
you.
is. Now we've got this on a board. I don't. The people at home can probably see that. You would traditionally do this right on the floor.
Right on the floor.
Right in the home.
Yes.
And would you do it outdoors as well, or is it typically
As well.
indoors?
It is outdoor and indoor. People actually do it in front of their door. This is like I said, it's more like a welcoming sign that it's auspicious. And people also use liquid pasty elements such as rice powder or just normal flour mixed with water.
So really anything goes. You can do whatever.
Anything
We're going to
goes.
light these last few candles here. I'll pass you that.
Sure, I can actually light it here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is this a typical size for one of these pieces of art, or do they get much bigger?
Much bigger. This is actually a very, I should say, very small scale.
Small sample.
Small sample of what people do. Very elaborate. Very elaborate when you go to like actual in India or in Bangladesh. When they do it, it's all over the floor.
Monica, this is absolutely beautiful, and you certainly have an eye for it. But
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. We'll have more of the celebration and the Festival of Lights in Diwali after the break. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Diwali, Festival of Lights. Later on in the show, we'll be cooking up some yummy food. And just before this, we saw Rangoli and the artwork that's displayed on the floor. Well, right now, what you're seeing is traditional South Asian dancing being done around the Rangoli. I have Indu with me here. She's going to break it down for us and explain to us what this is all about. Now, they're doing a dance here around the Rangoli. What's the significance here?
Well, Rangoli itself is very auspicious whenever we have any festive, even wedding and stuff. And we do this, we decorate our house like that. And after that, we just celebrate around it.
It's wonderful. Now, the Rangoli here I see is in the middle of the kitchen floor. Now, this can be done to any music. Are there different dances? I mean, is this just one variation?
Well, sometimes you can dance without, but you go around the Rangoli. You can do only with your hands. Sometimes you do, that is called Garba, and this is Dandiya. Dandiya means a stick. So we dance around the Rangoli with the stick, that is called Dandiya.
It's beautiful. I mean, everything looks so great. The colors on the floor, the beautiful saris that the women are wearing. I mean, what a celebration.
I know, it's beautiful. But usually we don't do in the kitchen. Over here, we do outside.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, Indu, this has been great. A nice snapshot of some of the traditional dancing that happens in South Asian cultures. But next up, we're actually going to switch gears. We're going to go into the kitchen and prepare some lovely halwa.
Sure.
Well, doesn't that look good? We're back here in the kitchen, and we're going to show you how to make what you just saw there. It's called halwa, also known as
Soji halwa, which is semolina, but here we call it cream of wheat.
Great. I'm with Noshi. Noshi's going to show me how to do this. So this is one of the most popular sweets that you guys
Yes.
have during Diwali.
Diwali, and it's a very easy sweet to make, and it has very few ingredients, and it gets ready in about 12 minutes at the most.
Great.
Okay?
So what do we need to make this?
We need 1 cup of semolina or cream of wheat, half cup of butter, 3/4 cup of sugar, and some cardamom for flavoring. And for garnishing, you can have any kind of nuts, and you can chop it coarsely, and then you can put it at the end.
Looks
So
easy
to
enough. So
start,
what's the first? Yeah. What's the
the
first
first
step?
step I would do is that you take sugar and three cups of water. Okay, so sugar and water
Can
you boil
I
together.
put that in there together?
Yes, you can put in the hot water.
Oh, in the hot water,
Yes,
okay.
so you boil it.
Now, we're not on the stovetop,
No, we are
but
not.
normally you would do this on the stovetop, right?
Today we are going to cook
Okay.
without the stove. Okay.
Magic of television cooking.
So you put butter in your little bit heavy bottom pan, and then once the butter is melted, you put semolina in it and you roast it, kind of dry roast it with the butter for about 10 minutes on medium heat.
Okay, so that would go into the larger pan.
Yes, it will take 10 minutes in this kind of pan, and you keep stirring it once it's on the heat.
Okay.
Once it's all done in 10 minutes, it will look something like this. It should be
So
brown.
that's what you need to have at the end of that 10
Yes.
minutes. Okay.
And you can have actually some food coloring also if you want to put some color into it, and then it will give you yellow color or red color. We usually put yellow color for halwa. Okay.
Okay.
So once it's all done, then we'll put that in. We have it in the pan already, and once it's all done, then we put the hot water with sugar that we already boiled, and we put that in there. You stir it, and then it goes on the heat. This time you can put it on a little bit high heat, and it will take about 3 minutes, and it will become ready. Just
So
like
it'll
that.
fluff up a
It will
little,
fluff
absorb
up.
some of the
Well,
water, and then you garnish it with the almonds.
Yes, all the water will get absorbed in about 3 minutes, and then when you will see that it's coming off the pot because the butter that we put in and it's not sticking to it, that means it's ready.
Coming up, we're going to show you how to make another halwa dish, this time using carrot. Well, you could call this halwa take 2. No, I'm here in the kitchen with Jasmine, and we're doing another halwa dessert, or sweet as it's called, this time using carrots. So I think the added health bonus there, Jasmine, this is something that's commonly made for Diwali.
That's right, and actually for every occasion or festival in South Asia. So this is very commonly used in South Asia.
And who doesn't like dessert, right?
course.
So
We
tell
all
us,
do.
what do we need to make this,
to make
this recipe?
to make gajar ki halwa, we need 2 cups of shredded carrot. This is already sauteed because we don't have enough time over here to show you how to
Right,
saute.
okay.
And then half a cup of butter. And then we need some bay leaves, cinnamon sticks, and cardamom. And then when you have to stir constantly so that when you see the color is changing, like kind of orangish, at that point you add the sugar.
Okay.
And
these two over here are for garnishes.
these are for the garnish, of course. And some people add milk. It tastes different, but I kind of like the dry halwa. So in that case, I'm not using milk. So if you want to use milk, so when you are adding the sugar, at that point you can use milk. So 1 cup of milk if you want to use.
Okay, so you can make the texture a little different, make it a little
Little
creamier.
different, yeah.
Okay, so let's try and show a couple of steps here. Where
Sure.
would you start once you've got the sautéed
I
carrots?
would first, I'm just going to add the butter, so say about half a cup of butter over here.
Okay.
And then when it starts melting, I am going to add these 2 cups of carrot, shredded already. And then you're going to kind of stir.
I know, is that over a low heat, a medium heat?
I would say medium heat, not too low heat.
Okay.
At that point, you're going to add all of these bay leaves and
So those are your flavors.
flavors, of course.
Yeah, very nice.
And you have to actually stir constantly because otherwise it may stick to the pan. So it's better to.
And you don't want that.
We don't want that. It's
Okay.
gonna burn totally. Yeah. So and then we are going to slowly add the sugar, and I have 1 cup of sugar over here.
So you're looking to sort of dissolve the sugar as you go. That's why you want to put it in bit by bit.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and then when the sugar completely, absorbed, you can add milk at that point if you want to.
If you want to.
If you want to.
And how long does that normally take for all of this to come together?
Not more than 20 minutes, 25 minutes maximum of.
Okay, and then you're going to garnish with the almonds and the raisins.
And the raisins at the end, yeah, when
Wonderful.
it's done. So you would know when it is done. You can see the butter starts oozing out, and it would kind of leaving the side of the pan. So
Wish we
then-
could show that here, but hopefully the folks at home watching
Yeah,
understand.
exactly.
Jasmine, thanks so much. Another great recipe
You're
if you're
welcome.
looking to, please your sweet tooth, whether it's Diwali or not.
Are you not
but-
going to use?
You're gonna make me try
taste
this.
it.
Okay.
You have to.
Well, don't go anywhere. We'll have more Diwali after the break. Okay, I'm gonna try this.
Sure.
Welcome back. You're watching Diwali Festival of Lights. Later on, we're going to finish all of this with a big bang, but first, let's talk about why we're in the dark. I have Indu here with me to talk about why we do the traditional lighting of the candles for the celebration of Diwali. So, Indu, we're going to be lighting some candles. Why is this so important?
Because when Rama came to, after his exile, when he came back to his kingdom, it was very, very dark. And all the village people, they light up the candle to show him his way. And we are still following that tradition on Diwali. We light up the candle and bright our ways.
Okay, so we have a few, we have your daughter here with us. She's gonna help us light some of these candles, and I think I'm gonna try and help as well.
For sure, for sure.
Now, when do you start lighting the candles in Diwali? Because I know this is a celebration that sort of lasts throughout the month of October and November.
Yes, every year we start, actually we do one day before Diwali. And then for 2 days we light up the candles.
And do they burn all day and all night?
Only one. Only one diya, you know, one diya we keep it burning for the whole night till the next day.
And so there's a big reason why you call Diwali Festival of Light. This is obviously, it plays a huge part
Yes.
in why you guys celebrate. And what are we doing with these ones down here?
So these are actually made of clay. That is our traditional. These are the clay.
Okay.
And
just gonna lift one up
we're
here
gonna
for you.
yeah, thank you. So these are the clay, and what we do, these are we wet them in the water. We keep them for some time so they can absorb oil. Mm-hmm. And that is the tradition. We do these one are the traditional Diwali diyas.
Okay, and these go outside?
These will go to our porch and on our driveway. So that's basically we're following that tradition when Ram came after the exile to show him the way, and that's what we do.
Great. So we're gonna put those outside, and next up to finish this all off, we're gonna show you some great fireworks here for Diwali. As promised, here is the Big Bang finale to Diwali Festival of Lights. I'm with Shail. It's dark because we're outdoors. Yeah, let's start another one. And we're here to talk about the importance of light in Diwali in this celebration. We have a few other family members here with some of their sparklers. Why do you guys include the fireworks in the celebration?
Well, traditionally, the significance of fireworks and light on Diwali is that when Lord Rama, the god king, came back to his kingdom after defeating the evil empire of Ravana, people celebrated his arrival with light and with fireworks. So we continue that tradition by lighting the fireworks in our own way to remind us of the victory of goodness over evil.
Now, this is, of course, I think a tamed down version, because normally you guys have a lot more involved, but just for television, we're showing the sparklers here today. Diwali, big celebration throughout October and November. People can go to the temple Samaj, to get involved in the celebrations as well.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's happening on 26th of October at Hamilton Temple. Everybody is welcome. It's going to be a big festival with a lot of sweets and a lot of fireworks.
Oh,